So now that you know how to list the contents of a directory, you know how to move into another directory, and you know how to figure out what the path to that directory is using pwd. I'm going to do a Control L. I'm going to clear the screen here. I'm going to go back to home. How do you make a directory? How do you remove a directory? How do you make files? How do you remove files? How do you copy them and move them around and rename them? It's pretty simple. So if you want to make a directory, it's going to be rmdir, or sorry, no, that's to remove directory. mkdir to make a directory. I'm going to call it music. And you can see now I have a music directory. If I wanted to make a directory within a directory, it's the same command, make dir music, and I want to make a songs directory inside my music directory. Now if I cd into music, do an ls, I have a songs directory. What if I want to remove a directory? So I'll do an rmdir, remove dir, the directory I want to remove, songs, and it's gone. I'm going to remake it, however, because I want to show you what happens if you try to remove a directory that contains things like other directories. So if I do an rmdir music directory, it tells me directory is not empty, so I can't do it because there's a songs directory inside the music directory. So in order to get rid of the music directory and everything in it, I have to do an rm-r for recursive, and then my music directory. And now music directory is gone, along with everything inside of it. So I'm going to remake here the music directory, and I want to make a file inside of it, right? How do I go about making a file? Well, there's multiple ways. You could touch file 1, right? And it creates an empty file. Now file 1. You could cat an output to a file name, right? Anything I type in here will go into that file now. Control D to save it. If I do an ls, right? I file 1, file 2. If I do a cat here, to see, it'll output whatever's in this file with a cat command without me having to go into it. It'll just output it on the terminal here. So cat file 2, and you can see hello that I typed earlier is in there. There are other ways to create files. If I wanted to use my text editor, vi, create file 3. It's going to create the file and it's going to put me in the file, right? Do I for insert, I'll type hello here, save that, right? And we'll go over vi in another video. But now I have file 3 that I created with my text editor and the contents I typed in there. If you want to remove a file, right? It's the same as removing a directory for the most part. It's just going to be remove the file you want to remove, right? Now file 3 is gone. If you want to, let's make directory songs here, right? I want to move file 1 to the songs directory. I mean, I want to take it out of music and put it in songs, right? To do that, you just do an mv move with the source file and wherever you want to put it. So now it's gone from music. I see it in the songs. File 1 is in songs. Let's see. Maybe I want a copy of file 2 in songs, but I want to keep file 2 in music as well, right? So I just want to make a copy. For that, we'll use the copy command, right? I'll do a copy source file, file 2, and wherever I want to put it. So now I have file 2 here in music. I see it as songs. File 2 as well. I think the last command I kind of want to go over is we're going to use the move command. How do you rename a file, right? So I've got file 1 and file 2 in here. Maybe file 1 needs to be called something else, like file 5. Okay, so for that we'll just move the file, right? File 1. And depending on where we put it, so if I want to put it in the same directory, it'll just be the name, the new name I want to give it when I move it, right? So now you can see file 1's gone and I have a file 5 because I moved file 1 to the same directory I'm in as file 5. If I wanted to move to another directory, right? Let's say I wanted to move it straight into Bob's home directory, right? I would just move file 5, we'll do home, Bob, and I'll name it file 6, right? So now if I go back to Bob's home directory, I should have file 6, and there it is. And that's just a quick basic overview of how to make directories, how to remove directories, how to make files, delete files, copy them, move them, rename them, and we'll go over more in the next video.